Hello, people. Welcome to Weather Farms Academy. My name is Kennedy, a Ghanaian farmer and also a U.S. Navy veteran. I say this to encourage you and to motivate you that you can also be whatever you want to be. Okay? And today we want to talk about this topic that I've already said in one video. That's the future of poultry farming in Ghana. The future of poultry farming in Ghana. Mostly, I predict a lot of stuff, and it comes through because you have been in this business for a little bit. Now, what is the future of poultry? Let me just go by the point and tell you that. But before that, please share, like, and subscribe. Now, let's go into the point. Poultry farming is taking a different shape. I said this since last year, that poultry farming is taking a different shape. And it's going to get to the time it will be so much tougher, very tough. You have not gotten to that peak yet. It's getting there, but it's going to be so tough, and things are going to happen, and it's going to change. So this is what is happening, and it's still in the process. It's still continuing, but it's going to get tougher, very tougher. One, why is the future, and how? What is it now? What is the present, and what is going to be in the future? Now we have a lot of people who are illiterate in poultry farming. If I say illiterate, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people don't have wisdom. I mean, illiterate being that they don't have too much knowledge about farming, poultry farming. They are doing it. If I say knowledge, that doesn't mean like, oh, I know how to give water, I know how to give them the medication. No, because poultry is science, because the realm of the animals, and poultry is business, like in selling and also receiving of cash, and also that kind of business, because you have to know how to sell, how to buy, and also know how the scientific aspect. So people doesn't know the whole aspect of the farming of poultry. So a lot of people are illiterate and they are doing the farming anyhow. For example, let me give you the reason why I'm saying that. Now, if you ask somebody after producing 1 metric ton of feed, how many birds can it feed? Oh, my birds, 1,000 birds can feed that. So how much money do I need from that number of birds after production to be able to cater for my whole cost? They don't have the data. Oh, I was able to buy the feed, and this is the number. This is my feed cost. This is my This is my feed cost. This when I sold the eggs. This is the money I got. So I'm okay. No, because the medication that they bought, they did not factor into it. The security men, they did not factor into it. Even the workers, the fee that they gave to them the whole week, they did not consider that one. Even their own self, the money that they have to pay to themselves, did not factor that one. And even the cage that they built for the long time, how far have they been able to pay for the cages, the money that they did? Because the cages depreciate. The land that you are building the cage on will appreciate. If you are into business, you understand. The price of the land will go higher. But the cages, the price will go down because end of the day, what's the name? The roofings, the tree, the wood that you use is kind of deteriorating, or they are kind of breaking down. Unless you continue to do that kind of maintenance on it for you to get that price. So people doesn't have enough knowledge of the cost that is involving in their own poultry. They only consider the feed and the eggs. So what happened is that instead of them having all this knowledge, they don't have it. So a time is coming where they will be run at a loss, because all what they know is I'm able to feed my birds and I'm okay. And when a time comes that they are not able to meet that kind of needs, they'll be run out of money. And as time, they also go to the bank or they go to their friend and borrow money, or if they go to get their cocoa money, or they go get some money somewhere, they put in the poultry and they think they are going. But the poultry is not catering for themselves. And because of that, if you tell them increase your eggs prices, they tell you no. See the point here? Because they think they have the money running the farm. So a time may come, that money, wherever they get it from, can never continue to run the farm. So they may run out of money and they will go out, or they may not elapse in the business. So their farms will collapse. So if you see more small farms collapse, and I'm not saying all of them, no, but some of them doesn't have that knowledge, so it will go down or it will collapse because there's no paperwork to tell them, if I sell the egg at this price, I'm going to make this amount of money, because production is not constant. If today you are getting 10 crates, tomorrow you are getting a different crate of different crates. So you have to know that is one of the reasons. That's why most old farmers, no, I'm not mean the old people who doesn't track their data or being so much illiterate or be out of the industry. Good. Now the next one is a new generation will take over. I'm talking about the future. New generation is taking over because now most people in the foreign countries, I'm talking about Italy, I'm talking about America, I'm talking about Europe, they are building, Italy is in Europe, so you're right. So they are more into the poultry industry. So if they are coming in, they try to hire the right people to do the job for them. So new generation is taking over from where it used to be like, oh, somebody be like, oh, I did not go to school, I'm a dropout, let me go into poultry. And they think like, oh, because I can get anything out, it's okay. Now people who are educated and people who are in the diaspora are taking over the poultry industry. And as soon as that comes in, because they can build cages at higher standard. If they take money building some stuff, their cost is not, I don't know how, if you get me this point, they will be having more money to build than there's somebody in local area who doesn't have that money. They'll be having more money to buy the medications who doesn't have it. So the new era is coming up where the educated and also the people in the diaspora are taking over. And if they take over, they will keep more expenses on that. So the local ones will die off. That is very, very important. So the new generation, the diaspora, and those that are also educated are taking over the industry. So we should be also very careful with this. And farmers will become more retailers. That is the future of it. I'm telling you something that is going to happen in the future. So if you are planning, you plan accordingly. More farmers are going to be more egg retailers. They will try their best, and it's still now starting. If you have really noticing, they will start bypassing the women and the men retailers to get to the eggs to the final consumer because they want to get more profit. In Ghana, the farmer is not being protected, and the consumer is also being the middleman is also being protected. Like this, how you have to sell your product, you have to go through this, you have to go through this. No, so far as the farmer can get the final consumer, he's good to go. So more farmers, instead of, because at first, oh, my retailer, my wholesaler, they will try to bypass that one and give their eggs to the final consumer. So that in the future is going to increase more. So you will see later on, more farmers are going to create a way of selling their eggs to the restaurant and other stuff instead of giving it to retailers because they think they are being cheated. It's going to come on, and it started picking up, and it's going to increase to the time that you may see this thing coming down a very, very in a very high rate. And as I've said, that middleman is not going to die off right away. No, it's going to take time, but it's going to die off slowly. It's going to take time. It will take like 3 to 5 years, thereabout, or 7 years, but it's going to take time. It's going to reduce. And you will see, as I'm saying, because at first you used to see women go to all these Dorman, Drobo, these areas to buy eggs, and now people in Accra, or even people in Accra, they go to people in Accra to buy eggs. But those in Accra right now are sending their eggs to the market right away. Kumasi, more of them are sending the eggs to the market right away, except the bigger farms. So it's going to increase the same way when they get to the Dorman and the Drobo area, where they are also able to more into the market. That's where the problem will come. I'm just giving you the cake, and it's going to happen. But as I said, it's going to take years or some years to come to do that. And as I said, the business is going to be for educated people, not educated like only school, but people who are really willing to keep data and learn to the industry. Otherwise, they're going to collapse. And this is what I have for you about the future of the industry. You say, Ken, what about, is it going to be profitable or not? I'll give you a video about it, but let me tell you, it's going to be profitable. But profitable for those who keep data and track their stuff. And I will go deeper into that in the next video. And not only poultry, I'll give another sector into Ghana industry that I think is going to take another new shape. And in the farming, which is going to take another new shape. And bigger men are already into it. I've talked about it in one of the videos, and I'll head more into it. And I'll come back as I give you the gig. How you can own your own industry. Own and become a millionaire and become a rich person. Somebody asked, Ken, are you not rich? Are you rich too? One day I'll tell you. So before we get there, as you chase your dreams and money will follow you. Peace. Shalom.